Real quick before we start the show, we have new merch, long sleeve hoodies and crew necks. The link is down below. We also have play mats. They're back in stock. And Patreons, there's a new bonus video that's out today if you're not satisfied with the length of this one. That's what she said. Here's the show. Welcome to Play to Win, where we play to win. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Cameron. This week we're coming at you with some of the Commander Legends cards.
So we put together 4 decks out of the commanders that we thought were pretty interesting. First up, we have 2 Tymnas, a Tymna Sakashima stacks list, Divergent Thrasirog, a Thrasios Rogak Divergent Transformation list, Silas Jessica Scepter, a Grixis Scepter list, and Heartless Fortune, Chef Nate's Obeka list. Begin!
I will draw for turn, play Breeding Pool tapped, and I will pass a turn.
Draw. Underground River untapped for turn and pass.
Draw a card. I'm going to play a Mana Confluence and cast Mana Crypt. Pass my turn.
Draw. I'm going to play an Exotic Orchard and say go.
Untap, upkeep, I will draw. I will also play a Mana Confluence. Play Thrasios. Pass the turn.
Draw for turn. Play a Swamp and get a Talisman of Dominance, and then I'll pass.
Oh baby, here we go, getting to cast it for the first time. Opposition Agent on your end step. I wish I would be doing this in response to a tutor, but as a tempo play on turn 1, I'm okay with it. I would have loved to get someone immediately with the Opposition Agent, but I felt like I didn't want to lose my tempo play, especially since I'm in like a Tymna creature deck. I felt like a turn 1, end of my turn 1 Stranglehold is better. You know what I mean? Like, yes, getting them would be incredible. That is that's good. But in order for me to like most efficiently use my mana, I think this is just like start the game off with Opposition.
Oh, agreed.
Cast the Vamp Tutor.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
All right, lose 2.
I'll go to untap. Mana Crypt. Damage. Oh, also 1 from the Mana Confluence. Draw a card. Play a City of Brass. Cast Vryn Wingmare. I will attack Tyler. Pass turn.
I will pay 1 to cast a Mana Crypt and pass turn.
Hell yeah.
Draw. I will take 1 to cast Brainstorm. I'm going to attack Cam for 1. Play land for turn, and I will pass the turn.
All right, I'll draw. All I'm going to do is cast Lion's Eye Diamond and then pass.
Mana Crypt. No damage. Draw a card. Play a Snow-Covered Plains. Go to combat here. Tyler, I'm going to come at you for 5. I'll cast Thorn of Amethyst.
Force negation, exiling transmute artifact, targeting Thorn of Amethyst. Paying 1.
Okay, if you guys okay with that, you don't want your stuff to cost 2 extra. Okay, all right. It'll get exiled and countered. Pass turn.
Roll for Mana Crypt. Lose 3. Draw for turn. I'm going to pay 2 for a Soul Ring, 3 for a Talisman of Dominance. Pass the turn.
Upkeep. Go to combat. I'll attack Dylan for 1. Pass the turn.
Draw for turn. Pay 1 for a Mana Crypt, 3 for a Dimir Signet. I will pass.
In your end step, cast Containment Priest.
I will cast Force of Will, exiling Rhystic Study.
Sure. Untap. Mana Crypt. Take damage. Draw a card. Floating 1 colorless. Cast Tymna. And with that colorless, cast Phantasmal Image, copying the Vryn Wingmare.
And this is where shit really starts to get out of hand.
This
now.
is why clones are so good in these types of decks.
Oh my god.
I love it so much.
I'm playing a Storm deck. Like, I need to be able to cast multiple spells a turn. I'm not going to be able to do that now.
My favorite thing about these types of interaction pieces in these controlling Staxy type decks is not only do Vryn Wingmare effects make it difficult for your opponents to win the game, it also simultaneously makes it difficult for them to interact with your board.
Exactly.
Right? So not only is their consultation 2 more mana, it's a 3 mana consultation now, but also their Abrupt Decay to get rid of one of these pieces is also 4 mana now, which is just way too overcosted.
Exactly.
Which is like the reason why I think Death and Taxes is so strong in Legacy is all of your interaction pieces also make it difficult for your opponents to interact with those pieces. I think that is where the strength lies in this deck. Go to combat. 2 at Cam and 3 at Tyler. I'll lose 2 and draw 2 my second main. Play a tapped Hallowed Fountain and pass my turn.
Roll for Crypt. Take 3. Draw. Cast a Gilded Drake. I will trade this for your Opposition Agent. Thanks, Dad. I will pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I will pay 2 for Training Grounds. Go to combat. I will attack Cam for 1. Go ahead.
I get a Crypt Trigger.
Training Ground costs 2 more.
Okay, yep.
Mana Crypt Trigger is even. Hooray! Draw for turn. We'll play an island, and we'll cast Silas. And sob at the fact that we don't have red mana. Pass the turn.
Untap. Mana Crypt. No damage. Draw a card. I'll go to combat. A 3/3 flyer at Cameron, a 2/1 flyer at Nate, and a 2/2 Tymna at Tyler here. I'll gain 2 and lose 3. Draw 3 cards off Tymna. Play a snow-covered island. I'm not sure why I didn't attack with this too. I'm going to cast Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. Have it come in as a copy of Gilded Drake and trade for my opposition again. Powerful. Did you know that if you have Sakashima as your commander, you are ungilded drakeable? Because if someone tries to gilded drake for any one of your things that they'll probably want because you have 30 creatures in your deck, you can just Sakashima and gilded drake it back. Isn't that great?
That is great.
So fun. Let's also cast a Samurai of the Pale Curtain. Pass turn.
Untap. Roll for mana crypt. Take 3 damage. Draw 1 floating. Pay 1 life to use this for a blue. And I'm going to cast Snap, targeting that Gilded Drake.
Son of a gun.
Nice.
Float mana in response.
Bounces to your hand.
I will cast the Gilded Drake. Guess what I'm taking?
I think what we're realizing is Gilded Drake is still really good.
They print these really nuts creatures, and it just makes Gilded Drake even better.
I'll pass turn then.
Upkeep, I'll draw. Well, I'm going to pass.
Roll for Mana Crypt to get an evens. Draw for turn. Pass.
Pass with that much mana. Horrifying. Roll for Mana Crypt. Damage. Draw a card. Play Swamp. Cast Elish Norn. Everybody wake up. Tyler, you got anything?
No response to Elish Norn.
Nope.
I guess that does hit us pretty good. I can pay 2 mana, exile, Thought Scour, Pain a Life to Force of Will it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I have nothing to say about it. I knew this was going to eat a counterspell. It's unfortunate that at the time I felt it had to because I love resolving a good Elish Norn.
But it had to. I mean, you were going to swing in with so much power. There was
Yeah.
no way any of us were going to be able to block any of this too. You were going to draw a ton of cards off of that.
And that's why I felt confident in jamming the Elish Norn here because I know either way Timna is backing me up with a lot of card draw.
Oh,
so
yeah.
right now, I feel what I need to do is just get all the counterspells out of your hand. I just need to get the interaction out of everyone's hand until everyone gets low on resources, and then I'll be able to overwhelm because I'll have a table full of 2/2s and they'll be hellbent. That's the goal right here, but
I did not put board wipes in my deck because I needed room to put too many combos in there.
go to combat. Gilded Drake at Tyler. These 2 flyers at Cameron, Samurai, and Timna at Nate.
I'll block him now.
I'm going to block Gilded Drake.
We trade. You take 2, you take 4. I'm going to gain 2, lose 2 in my second main phase after we trade these guys, and draw 2. I'm going to cast Mother of Runes. Pass turn.
Roll for Mana Crypt. Take 3 damage. I have taken damage every turn this game. Draw for turn. I'm going to play an Underground Sea.
You've just been loving throwing Elish Norn in your deck.
Elish Norn's great, dude. So good.
Elish Norn, cEDH staple, casting it at full mana.
I think it's great in stacks decks. It's a great way to speed up the clock. And
It really is, yeah.
I'm going to pay losing 1 life and cast my commander and pass the turn.
All right, end of your turn. Yes. I'm bottom. Yeah. Reveal. Draw. And I will pass the turn. Unfortunately, all my spells cost 2 more.
2 Vrinwing Warriors.
Yeah, really kind of.
Yeah, 2 Vryn Wingmares has really messed me up.
I like the
too.
clones. I'm telling you, clones and stacks decks. I think it's good shit, man.
I'm just gonna go to my turn. Rolled an even. Draw a turn. That was a terrible draw. What suckage? But at least I have a plan. Pass the turn.
Untap. Roll for Mana Crypt. Damage. Draw a card. Play an island. Go to combat. Send 2 flying, 2 power creatures your way. Nate, I'll send 2 2/2s your way. Nothing to keep. I'll gain 2 and then lose 2 in my second main and draw 2. Cast Sanctum Prelate. 2.
So I said I had a plan, and the Sanctum Prelate completely ruined my plan.
Sanctum Prelate is a reason to play this deck. It is so freaking good in this deck. The main... Sorry, go ahead.
I had a Windfall in my hand and a Tainted Pact. And my plan for this game was going to be Tainted Pact for Hull Breacher and try to Hull Breacher my way into a win from there.
That makes sense?
My issue is that I know that you're going to name 2 off of Sanctum Prelate. But if I cast Tainted Pact in response to go get my Hull Breacher, you're going to see I have a 3-drop. You know that every single wheel I could have is going to be a 3-drop.
Probably not even 3 at that point. I probably changed my mind.
Exactly. So I'm just completely shut out either way.
Sanctum Prelate is tricky in that it presents situations like that where you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. It would be cool to copy the Sanctum Prelate with Sakashima right now and name 1, and then my opponents are pretty locked out. At this point, I still had a 1-drop in my hand, and I wasn't prepared to do that. I wanted to try to win on the next turn, so I ended up going a different route. 2 mana, I'll cast a Mox Diamond. Discard a Tarnished Citadel when it enters. Cast Grand Abolisher. Pass turn.
Roll for Mana Crypt. I swear to fucking God. Oh my Jesus. Alright, draw for turn. I'm going to pay 3 and cast a Gamble.
Chain of Vapor. I hope that's the one you got.
You're good to go.
End of your turn. Activate. Wow. Metal Mixture goes my activate. Reveal. Carpet Flowers goes in my hand. Cast Carpet Flowers. Go to second main phase. Add 3 blue to my mana pool, and I will activate 1 floating. Reveal. Pass turn. I have to discard. Cyclonic Rift.
You go to my turn. Roll for Crypt. We got an evens again. I've been very fortunate. Draw for turn. Cast Time Twister, hold priority. Crack Lion's Eye Diamond for red mana, discarding Gamble, Tainted Pact, Miscast, and Spell Pierce.
Lion's Eye Diamond and any other permanents get exiled.
Time Twister resolves. Play Polluted Delta. 5 mana, cast Jessica. 2 counters. Hit Phantasmal Image for a damage. Sacrificed.
Exiled.
Pass.
Untap. Mana Crypt. No damage. Lucky. Draw card. Play an Exotic Orchard. Go to combat. These guys are coming at Nate. Vern Wingmare is coming at Cam. Sanctum Prelate is coming at Tyler.
That freaks me out, man. Like, it very decisively says I want you to kill this so I can play something that costs 2.
I'm going to block Timna.
No blocks.
So you take 2. I'm going to gain 2 and deal 2 damage to you.
Sorry, before damage, I'm going to give you the opportunity to end the turn.
going to say, you can make...
I will choose to not end my turn.
Oh, okay. That's
All
weird.
right. I'm going to gain 2 from lifelink, and in the second main, I'm going to lose 2 and draw 2 off of Timna. Prelate's dead. In the second main phase, I will cast Thassa's Oracle.
That's the only reason to attack with that. I had to block it anyway, because... Anyway, yeah, obviously no response with Gun Abolisher.
Hell yeah. Tainted Pact, baby.
And Chain of Paper is what I went and found, specifically in order to bounce that, because I cannot win through that card.
Time Twister got me exactly Tainted Pact, Thassa's Oracle. My only issue was I locked myself out of the game, so I just needed someone to block with the Sanctum Prelate. Tyler had been complaining a little bit that he didn't feel he could win with the Sanctum Prelate on 2, so I was pretty confident that he'd be willing to do anything to block the Sanctum Prelate and just hope that I don't have an actual win off of that 7. Luckily, he said, yeah, fine, that's worth the risk, and the Grand Abolisher saved anyone else from interacting with me, and I just lucked out into a pretty good Thassa's Oracle Tainted Pact. I think this deck is super sweet.
I think so too.
2 Timnas is super cool if you like playing Thalia effects on creatures, if you like playing Rule of Law effects on creatures, if you like playing any of these Sanctum Prelate. I think all of these cards are incredible in this deck. I'm currently in between switching lists and changing some things around. I'm going to link my current list as well as the list that I played for this day down below. Probably going to change going forward, but I think there's something here. I think this deck is really good.
I think so too.
I just cut Thassa's Oracle from my version of this list because I put Hushbringer, Hushwing Grift, and Takali Honor Guard in the deck instead, and now I'm trying to convince myself to remove the consultation packages and just go for hard locks with like Drannith Magistrate and Uba Mask and
just turn this
Opposition
into a full
Agent
lock
and
deck,
Maryland,
yeah.
and it's just locks and no actual win conditions. I don't know how good that is, though. My fear is, I think the reason why this deck is kind of scary good is because Stax decks normally can't win out of nowhere. They don't have the opportunity,
That's
right?
the
There's
thing,
just no way. Whereas this deck is in the best colors. So if someone end-steps Cyclonic Rifts, this is how Stax decks are normally beaten. Someone end-steps Cyclonic Rifts, all your pieces go back into your hand, and then you win. But what if that happens in a world where you end-step Cyclonic Rift? I am playing blue, so I am able to have a counterspell still and interact with you, pitch one of my blue permanents that you put back into my hand, and now on my turn, I have a consort win that's nice and easy because you bounce the Stax pieces that were holding me back. I don't know if that logic makes sense. I don't know. We're thinking about it. We're moving. We're changing.
This is why you test. There's a lot of smarter people out there who have probably a better idea as to how to build Jessica Silas. And looking back at my list, and I'm glad I kept it up. I'm looking back at my list. I think it's trying to do too many different things.
Okay.
Where like I'm taking elements from like Consultation and Stormcast.
Yeah.
But I'm also taking elements from like mid-rangey decks.
Silas with Jessica and Jeweled Lotus. That's a real thing.
That is a real thing.
And it's coming in a game that's coming up in the
Don't
future.
worry.
We recorded 2 more games from this day. They'll be out in the upcoming weeks or so. If you'd like to see them, let us know. They'll be either out as Patreon bonus videos or just bonus videos on the channel. I'm not sure yet. But they will be coming, and it wasn't all Thassa's Oracle wins. Don't worry.
We should talk about Obeka.
Yeah, what do you want to say about Obeka?
It's
didn't
a
get to do
shame.
much.
It's
Yeah,
a shame.
I
She didn't
think-
get to do too much.
Taxing effects, the one more for non-creatures, I think that really messed up Tyler completely.
I think so too. Yeah. If you're in Grixis, those taxing effects just mess you up super bad.
If you want to watch more Magic right now, we actually have another game going up for our patrons. $10 and up patrons right now. We have a bonus game. If you remember last month, we played with Hire. We did a best consultation deck. Game 3 is you can go watch that right now at Patreon.
Yeah.
There was a couple mistakes, but it's still a fun game.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to support us directly, you can do so at our Patreon.
We also have a couple new shirt designs in time for the holidays. If you'd like to pick up a long sleeve or a hoodie or a crew neck, we have some nice colors, and also the regular shirt is in some new colors as well.
If you're looking to pick up some pre-orders for Commander Legends, you can do so at the TCG player affiliate link we have down below.
If you'd like to pick up some treasure tokens, you can donate to a Black Lives Matter organization and forward us the receipt, and we'll ship them right out to you.
Check out our podcast on Spotify and Patreon.
We also have a bird token and a vampire token and a spirit token if you want to buy that on our website where you can find all this shit.
Check out our podcast on Spotify and iTunes.
Did you say that? Not that you. Didn't say
I
the
said
first
Spotify and Patreon.
I didn't even
So
notice that.
you should cut that out
That's
and then
it.
go
This is
back
it.
to
This
where
is
you
too long.
said
it's the microphones. They
It's the
threw us off.
microphones.
Not our
It's really
fault.